Alright, so this is the last of the final review, which includes other topics. This comes from problems 51 through 55. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is talk about statistics, our mean, median, and mode. Remember that mean, we want to add up all the numbers and divide by the number of values. Now we won't have anything this complicated on the final. It will be a shorter list that will be a little bit more manageable so that you can do it without a calculator. We're going to go ahead and do it without a calculator here. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I'm going to go ahead and pick some numbers to add up. I'm going to start with my 12.5 and my 8.5. If you add these together, we get 21. I'm going to add my 8, 2, that gives me 10, and 10 is 20, plus 19 is 39. And we get 9, and 9 is 18, plus 3 is 21. Alright, now that our list is a little bit more manageable, let's see what we get. We get 1 plus 9 plus 1 is 11. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 2 is 81. And now I want to divide by the number of values. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we divide 81 divided by 9, we get 9 hours for our mean. Okay, for our median, we want to go ahead and rearrange from smallest to largest. So my smallest, we have 2, 3, 8, 8.5, 9, 9, 10, 12.5, and 19. Okay, so now what number is in the middle? We have a total of, we said 9 numbers, so we're going to go in the middle. Looks like 9 is my median. So for the mode, since we already have it in order, we don't have to worry about looking for numbers that appear multiple times. If we look back at our median, we see that 9 appears twice, and so 9 is my mode. All right, the next problem we have is we want to look at a line graph. The line graph below shows the annual sales of tennis rackets at the Sports R Us store for each of the 4 years. In which year were the sales the lowest? So we are looking for our lowest point on the graph. This is at 2001. So in 2001, our sales were the lowest. For part B, we want to know what was the decrease in annual sales from 2002 to 2003. So in 2002, we were at 1,000. And in 2003, we were at 750. So we want to subtract 1,000 minus 750. And we get $250. Okay, 53. We have an application problem. You are driving along and see that your tank is only 2/7 full. The tank holds 10 gallons of gas, and your car goes 21.5 miles for every gallon of gas. How far can you drive before you run out of gas? We want to express our answer as a simplified fraction or mixed number. So to start off, let's figure out how much we have, how many gallons we have in the tank right now. To figure this out, we want to multiply 2/7 times 10/1. This is going to be 20/7. This is how many gallons we have. Now, if we can go 21.5 miles per gallon, we want to multiply 21.5 times 20/7, the number of gallons that we have. In order to do this, we're going to go ahead and convert to a improper fraction. We get 21 times 2 is 42 plus 1 is 43 over 2 times 20/7. We can cancel common factors. 20 and 2 are both divisible by 2. And so we get 430/7. Let's go ahead and convert this to a mixed number. To convert to a mixed number, we're going to divide 430 by 7. 7 goes into 436 times, which gives me 42. Subtract, we get 1. We bring down our 0. 7 goes into 10 one time. Subtract, we get 3. So we have 61 3/7 miles. If you struggle on this problem, don't worry, this is not a high priority problem on the final exam. Hint, hint, hint. All right, for problem 54, we want to use our knowledge of positive and negative numbers to translate to a mathematical model and solve. For 54, we have to conduct an experiment. A chemist cooled a substance to -15 degrees Fahrenheit. During the experiment, a chemical reaction took place that raised the temperature of the substance by 20 degrees. We want to know what was the final temperature. So we start off with a temperature of -15 degrees. If we raise the temperature, we want to add 20. And now we go ahead and add the two numbers. We have different signs, so we're going to subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number, which is positive. And so we get 5 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, last problem, we have a GPA problem. So remember that we want to multiply the number of credits by the value for each grade. And then we're going to divide by the sum of the credits. So we have 4 times an A+, which is worth 4 points. For College 101, we have 3 credits times a B+, which is worth 3.3. For psychology, we have 3 credits times a grade of 0. And for CCDE, we have 4 credits times the grade for a C-, which is 2.0, or 2. All right, if we go ahead and multiply these together, we get 16, 9.9, 0, and 8. Okay, if we go ahead and add, we bring down our 0.9. 6 plus 9 is 15, plus 8 is 23. And 2 plus 1 is 3. All right, how many credits do we have total? If we add our credits, we have 4, 3, 3, and 4. Add up to give me 14. So let's go ahead and divide 33.9 by 14. The other thing I want to point out is it says round to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to add one more decimal place for my hundredths and one more to determine how it rounds. So 14 goes into 33 2 times. 2 times 14 is 28. Subtract, we get 5. We bring down our 9. 14 goes into 59 3 times. 3 times 14 is 52. Subtract, we get 7. Bring down the 0, and 14 goes into 70 5 times. 5 times 14 is 70, so this divides evenly. We do not need to worry about that last digit. We're going to move our decimal point straight up into our problem, and we get a GPA of 2.35. All right, that takes you through the final review. Make sure that when you go to take the final exam, you realize that you are going to have to show your work on all of the problems. Do not use a calculator. So make sure that you know how to do all of these problems without a calculator. Good luck, stay safe, and hopefully we will see you again next semester.